talk about JJ Redick. It's been said that JJ Redick will be interviewing for the Raptors head coaching job. I thought it was a joke. It came out that he was a candidate for the interview. Now they saying he interviewed, so I'm not sure. Masai Ujiri, really respected GM. Excuse me. I bought some floss. Really respected GM in the NBA. Most people know him about the situation he had with the police officer at the end of the NBA Finals when Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors won the championship. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check out the NBA talk playlist for more videos like this. So, Mark Jackson, he got that opportunity, I think, to go straight from TV to the bench. Since then, Steve Nash done it. It didn't work. Or didn't have any coaching experience going straight to the bench. You understand with point guards, nobody kind of like understand the game like they do. Mark Jackson was a really good basketball player, but he was a point guard. Steve Nash was a great basketball player, Hall of Fame basketball player. I think he was just a little bit too nice. And I don't know. I can't even say his situation was messed. I can't even judge Steve Nash. I think he deserves another opportunity because Kyrie undercut him. And they was injured and all that stuff and all that drama. So I'm not even going. I think he deserves another chance. Hell of a basketball player. If any Hall of Famer really knew about trials and tribulations, it'd be him. To be honest. I think he sat behind Kid for a while, had to wait for his turn and all that other stuff. So, if anybody knew about trials, tribulations, it'd be him. But with JJ Redick, he don't even sound like he know what the fuck he talking about on TV half the time. I mean, you hear him in this outlandish takes and, like, he just like the white version of Ryan Hollins on TV. So, for him to get an opportunity, I never looked at him as an intelligent basketball player, but then again, he wasn't a point guard. So I'm pretty sure he know the game, but I think it's a fucking joke. I mean, you love his interviews and his podcasting and all that, but him as a head coach, I just don't see it. But then again, I don't know the inside information that he has around coaching and what type of coach he gonna be. Just from seeing what he do on TV, bruh, I rarely agree with his takes. He don't know shit about the history of basketball. Therefore, how far the NBA is away from its true heritage and its true roots. It's a lot of things that they don't do the right way. They don't know how to dribble. They don't know how to run an offense no more. He might be able to get by. I don't know many really teams run sets no more. Some teams run sets and stuff. That's why it was not like in Popovich in the Olympics, because he ran a traditional offense. And these dudes don't know. Nobody know how to play without the basketball no more. So he might be a great fit for today's NBA. Honestly, he might be. Not too far removed from the game. He know about today's NBA because it's pure bullshit. And only people that know basketball and really know the history of basketball, only we truly know, bruh, like how much the coaching dropped off, how much the competitiveness dropped off, and how much just knowledge dropped off of basketball. So he might be a great fit. I ain't got an issue with it. I don't give a fuck about the Toronto Raptors, to be honest. Excuse my French. I don't care. NBA for the first time, and maybe in any professional sport, half the league is minority. Half the league are black coaches. I wish they stopped calling us minorities. I get it, we are minorities, but we are our own category for minority. Don't no other ethnic group sympathize with us. When we got our problems, we don't see the other minority groups riding for us. When they got their problems, then they want to come borrow us for their fight. So I really don't consider black people minorities. I just consider we black people. with our own separate issues from every other minority. So when they say minorities and all this shit, that's how I look at it, bro. We just our own, area. We just our own people, But yeah, I mean, if he get it, he get it, bro. I mean, hopefully, for his hope, he do a good job and, he coached. But I mean, I can't have an issue with it. Mark Jackson was one of the first in the modern time to do so. Steve Nash was another point guard that did so, and he had some tutelage from Phil Jackson, playing for Phil and playing for from San Antonio. Tom Business just don't like. Go check out Tom Business Sports and he don't like Steve Kerr, and I think he don't like Steve Kerr. Like a lot of people got a problem with it because how they railroaded Mark Jackson, and he took credit for Mark Jackson's job. So I get it, but nowhere in history tells us that Mark Jackson would have been as successful. I think he would have, but I mean, it is what it is. He also think that Rick Carlisle would have won with the Pistons, and I don't think so. I mean, maybe they've been more successful with Rick Carlisle. You could make a case, but Larry Brown knew how to kind of manage the players' minutes a lot better than Rick Carlisle did. But Rick Carlisle, hell of a coach. But I get it. But we'll see what JJ's ready to implement. But a lot of the guys that made that jump in the modern time, they're always point guards. Steve Kerr, Mark Jackson, Steve Nash, and I think Steve Nash got dealt a bad hand. So a lot of these dudes was point guard. So JJ Redick wasn't no point guard. But one thing he got working for him is he was a limited player. So he really had to actually, the things they say, well, you can't coach what you can't do. I disagree with that. Stan Van Gundy coaching shit that he can't do. He was a good coach. Jeff Van Gundy. Phil Jackson, coach Michael Jordan, he can do half the shit Michael Jordan can do. So I think him being a lower level player, there's no disrespect. And not being, he wasn't nowhere near Mark Jackson, and Mark Jackson ain't considered an all-time great. So he wasn't nowhere near that. But I think that works to his advantage because he can better articulate and coach how to do things. So we'll see where he at. You just see the impact of having a podcast that allow him to get on ESPN First Take, and that impact allowed him to get this opportunity. And you see why a lot of people now, everybody got a podcast. Everybody down here with the common man, and a lot of long-time podcasters got an issue with celebrities getting podcasts, celebrities going to YouTube and doing this. Like I said, I ain't got a problem with it. I ain't no fucking hater. It's a space for everybody. There's trillions of people to listen to. Pat McAfee doing the damn thing here, and he could get big deal from ESPN after launching this podcast and shit. So I mean, I ain't no hater, bro. I want to see everybody eat, but yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out the NBA Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance getting notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.